what is this? Or this used for? Today we're going to share a little treat. We've been learning how to make Æbleskiver, which is a Danish dessert.
Nope, we're not making Æbleskiver, making pancake. Egg and sugar in a bowl. And this and dump it in a bowl and start cooking.
Very good.
Okay, are you gonna help me?
Yep.
Are you gonna help me?
Yes.
Okay, we got our helpers. We're good to go. All right, we start with 3 eggs. We need to separate the yolks from the whites. Just a minute, let me help. The whites are gonna be whisked to a stiff. Helpers and eggs. Doesn't work so well. We'll get rid of that other yolk in a minute. Oh, stop. The yolks go into 2 cups of buttermilk or regular milk if you don't like the flavor of buttermilk. Okay, tip it to one side when you do that.
This is what type. It's not cold.
Wait.
Oh!
That could be it. That could be it. That could be it.
Yes, the sugar does go in with the egg whites. And now we're gonna mix it. Do you wanna mix it?
Yeah.
How do you know if it's peaked? If it's formed soft mounds.
And it looks like whipped cream.
And it looks kind of like whipped cream. So that was 3 tablespoons of sugar into our egg whites. And we're just gonna set this aside for a moment. We are cooking.
Now we need to put flour and whisk out the lumps
Okay,
of flour.
now we have 2 cups of flour. Just a minute. A half a tablespoon. Just a minute. Let me put in the rest of the ingredients, please, boys. Half a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom. This is a must. And a half a teaspoon of salt.
That's good.
Now we shake that in, mixing it all together as we go.
I'm passing with him.
Very good job. Okay, now we have our eggs and milk.
Look at this mud.
Okay, do you want to pour or do you want to whisk?
Pour.
Look,
Okay. Maybe on this side.
look on it.
Okay, then you pour. We like to get the last of our milk in there just so we have a little more liquid because this batter seems to be a little lacking in liquid sometimes. Or at least it feels that way. They puff up great, but we want to make sure we get all the liquid in there that we can. Now we fold in our egg whites.
You fold it in like you're folding a blanket. And once you don't see any more whites, then you can stop.
All right, on to the cooking. Okay, we are now ready to cook the aebleskiver in our pan. First, you need to add a little bit of oil or butter.
We like to use butter because then
We prefer butter.
Because then it tastes good.
It does. It gives it a nice flavor. We just melt some butter before, and then we use our whisk to, our
Silicone brush.
silicone brush to just get it in there. It doesn't need a lot of butter. You can cut up little cubes of butter if you want, but you don't want very much. Otherwise, it just spills out on the edge. So you're gonna put in about 1/8 of a cup, filling each of these holes till they're about 3/4 full. That one is not cooked.
Yeah.
You want it to look like this. The middle one in these pans tend to cook faster than all the other ones around it. So we tend to have to turn that one faster. And as for the temperature that you want this at, it really depends on your oven, but you're gonna want it somewhere between medium low to medium high, depending on how hot your oven gets. Oh, that one's slightly undercooked. Usually you'll turn these in the order in which they went on.
So the turns here are 90-degree turns. So the first turn, you lift it up 90, take the corner between where the aebleskiver is and the edge of the pan, and you raise that to the top.
Okay, now to get the final turn, you want to clean off you can puncture a little hole in the side and flip them completely over so that they will seal the hole on the other side. You can see that this middle one cooks a lot faster than everything else. So you can swap this one out with some of the other ones that aren't cooking quite as fast. They need a little bit more heat. And every time you cook, you will find, other than the center one, how you position your pan will determine which ones are cooking the fastest, and you'll just kind of notice after your first batch how that works. And you just kind of keep turning them to make sure that they don't get too brown, and pull them off when they're done. You want them to be goldenish, and you want them to be a ball.
The first batch is usually the hardest to get. And there we have it. Dish full of aebleskiver.
Now you can put powdered sugar on them. Some people, when you bake them, would have chopped apples with maybe some cinnamon or some other things on it that they would just stick in there. Not sauces, but just the apples. We really love them with jam. We have our favorite jam that we've made, and we use that, and our kids just love them.
Remember to ask questions
And try things.